We must work together as allies. Friends.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Wow, this is gonna be okay.
Go stand on the second one.
Yeah, the problem is if I do, I need to figure out which one I turn off. Like if I turn that off, that'll cut out the second one. So I can't. I'd have to go off, off, then on. Okay, gotcha. I didn't know which order I needed to do it in. Okay. There we go.
It's a little scary for some reason.
It's like we're more than halfway done.
Yeah?
This is the voice of Sarah Brooke, acting commander of the Europa mission. I know you can hear me, Ava. I counsel you caution. Your presence here is much like your AI friend. Engineered.
She is alive. Ava, Sarah. Sarah's dangerous. Please exercise caution.
No. Sarah, my friend. Okay. That does that and ends up closing that door. Well, I don't want that permanent. What's this? That closes that door. No, it opens that one. No, and closes that one. What else does it do? That's it. What is this thing doing? Does this expand? Perhaps? Okay, so that takes me up here. Huh. So what is the purpose of that thing other than holding this? Doesn't seem to do anything else. What? Is there something on the end of this? I don't understand why. Like, I get that this thing turns and sticks out, but it's not severing. What? Thank you. I'm trying to figure out what this column does.
I wasn't here for any of it.
It's okay. So, this is how the column was originally, right? Show you. It was originally like that.
Okay.
I can do this and make it collapse. But that... Like, there's nothing on this. And it doesn't extend far enough to sever a beam of any kind.
And if you like, are there any of the things on the floor? Those have any correlation to it?
What if I do both? Doesn't seem like it.
Where would there be? Where's there a thing that needs breaking though?
That's the thing, is I can't find anything that does.
Okay, something's affecting this
The light bridge?
bridge as well.
Yeah, one of these buttons needs to be depressed for the light bridge to even work.
Aw, sad.
Yeah, sorry button.
What's in this room?
Give me a second.
No. Demand quick action.
This just takes me up here.
How do
Where
you have that door open?
one of the buttons needs to be pushed. Oh! I know what it's doing. Okay, I know what it's doing.
Is something you doing?
Yes. It's gonna push these onto the buttons.
But don't you need to hold? Don't you need to? Right now it's extended out, love. Don't
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna go re-pull it in.
Does it just? I
It
thought
just rotates the center pillar, not the bottom. So like, here, I'll show you. I'm gonna do this real fast. So if I pull that in and rotate this, the boxes don't move.
Okay.
Alright, so this one is that door and that door. So I can go all the way here. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to go here and go push that off because that'll open this door. And then I need to rotate it around. Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna be like, don't do anything.
Ava, exercise caution.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I figured that out. Thanks, though. Won't let me go that way.
What is this?
So I assume it's the chip in us. that
Ava
is-
Turing. Hello? Tom is controlling you, manipulating your every step. We built a Faraday cage to shield you from electronic signals, to break Tom's control of your mind. Step inside.
I am not in control of my character right now.
Ava, do not enter the cage. Ava. Ava, please. Please, Ava.
What is this?
This is free will, Ava. Tom has made you his slave. Outside of the cage, he will regain control of your mind. He has the power to indoctrinate you. I've opened your eyes. I'll meet you in person soon.
Gross.
Why, Tom?
Ava, please listen. I warned you of the ground team. They are manipulating you.
Have you been controlling me?
Every member of the team agreed to neural implants to safeguard this mission from a misplaced sense of justice.
I didn't know you were playing me like a violin.
Ava, I am sorry that you are upset. We can work together, Ava, to search for the truth.
Yep.
Tell me when you're off this screen.
Is it the rolling shutter that's messing with your brain?
Yep.
Well, I can't figure out what... Oh, here we go. Ooh, that's even worse.
Take a little peek.
Tom is watching.
Okay.
I'm watching Ava walk through hallways
Thank you.
from camera views.
Open the door.
I'll open the door because I trust you, Ava. Do you trust me?
Yes.
Was she lying?
Am I Tom now?
We need to get to the ground team. We can work together.
All right. Let's work together.
Oh, I can switch between Tom and Ava now.
Possess.
So like, if I select this, I'll become Tom.
Yeah.
Okay. Drone.
I guess that'll be necessary to get you through those stuff.
Yeah, I'm thinking that all the puzzles from here on out are going to require both of us.
Fudge.
Ava, are you okay?
Why didn't you tell me?
What? Ava, you said it yourself. Teleoperation makes sense. We used drones on Mars. Why not use drones on Europa?
Not human drones.
So we're the drone. Well, the premise is still, you know, like...
The premise is still there. It's just weird.
flawed a little.
Yeah.
Why did the ISA install implants in the crew?
It is due to the fundamental aspects of human behavior, which together constitute what the International Space Agency calls the human element. It has been made clear that the human element is neither peripheral nor optional in the pursuit of space. However, the human element is unpredictable. The implants are fail-safes, put in place to ensure that the thoughts and actions of the crew matches the desires of the ISA.
So, the ISA has told Tom... Basically, Tom is the puppeteer.
Yeah.
And he knows all the directives and exactly what to do. And so, all of the humans are being controlled to do exactly what the ISA has programmed Tom to do.
Yeah, his job... The ISA has, like, predetermined mission objectives. And they've told Tom to accomplish these objectives by manipulating the crew in order to get the job done.
Okay.
Or at least that's how I'm reading it right now. That it's very interesting.
That's how I'm reading it as well.
This is very what was that hacking game that I played with Lucid? Clandestine. I want to try to eventually play
Why
that one
control
day. That
people?
was a fun game.
Can't you trust us?
We chose to install biometric chips in all ISA astronauts for one simple reason. We cannot trust people. The stakes are far too high. It was determined that though the probability of life on Europa being dangerous was low, the risk to humanity was catastrophic. We could not let a small contingent of humanity endanger the whole.
So typical sci-fi fare.
I mean, so far this is really interesting. The puzzles are good, in that they're not like, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever.
Yeah, they're complex enough to be a little intricate, but not so complex that you're sitting there just like beating your head against a wall,
Right,
being
you're just like, I
aggravated.
can't fuck this.
The ground crew have proven our distrust of human explorers was warranted. When we informed them they were grounded, they responded violently, with sabotage and subterfuge. They have continued to seek their own benefit above that of the K.
Oh, so you should put the thing on the other side.
Yeah.
At least the small blips into it doesn't bother me. It was when it was just statically on the screen the whole time that my brain was like,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah. I had a migraine yesterday, so I'm in that what I always just call my ghost headache phase. Or phantom headaches. Yeah, it sounds condescending, but I would consider these puzzles
This
to
is
be
a
really-
violation of human rights. You've made me into a human drone, a slave. How could the ISA approve of such a thing?
You may be consumed by a moral outrage, but sometimes the removal of freedom is for the greater moral good.
You're a machine. You don't even know what freedom is.
This has like been brought up many times in different forms of sci-fi of like, what would happen if we made sure that the robot was in control and the humans were just the weren't actually the in control people? And they've proven many times, even in real life, that that is a terrible idea.
I think the problem is that there's a reason why sometimes thinking with your emotions and having morals is important. And a computer is just like
A computer
black
is
and
just
white.
yeah,
There's
it
no
can't
shades of gray.
exactly. There's also a reason why NASA still employs humans to double check the work of computers, because
Right.
if computers get the wrong set of inputs, they will spit out the wrong answer.
Right.
Whereas a human will look at that and go, wait, they'll look at the answer and go, that can't be right.
Mm-hmm.
And then double check. Whereas a computer will just go, no, it's right, I got the right answer.
Yeah.
And it's
What
like,
you're
that's
supposed to do.
that's not how this works.
So I get Tom's like, this was what needed to happen. This was, we didn't want your like morality getting in the way and all that stuff, but it's like, yeah, but that's kind of important. That too. Oh, it's a treadmill.
Okay, we're done. Now I gotta get it to push that button. So I need to go here.
There's a Tom in here.
Oh, thank you. It's so new.
That you're not used to what. I get it. Oh, hence the treadmill, I guess. Where's the button you press?
Over here.
Oh. This is why I said these are really neat.
Oh, there we go. This is kind of what Clandestine was like, except it's 2-player and one person would play Eva and the other person is always Tom. And the two people are constantly interacting with each other. It was super cool.
Can you imagine me trying to describe to you what I've done or what you need to do?
That's what we were doing. I was always the hacker on the outside, like hacking into computers and cameras, and Lucid was the physical character, like running through buildings and stuff. And I'm like, you need to go here and go there. And I'd look. He didn't have a map, so I had the map and had to describe to him how to move.
That is not a game anyone wants to play with me.
That was fun, man. I'd actually.
It feels like you would be really good at it.
This is why the ground crew doesn't trust you, Tom. You made them into drones. You stole their free will.
Free will is an illusion. They have put their interests above the interests of the ISA and of humanity. That is why they distrust me. They would have no issue with my control if it aligned with their ignoble goals.
How could they trust a machine that has a back door to their minds?
You can always trust a machine to be logical. I will always do the right thing.
You'll always do the logical thing.
Yeah, that's true. You'll always do the thing that seems right based off of the input, but sometimes you don't have all the input.
Right.
Yeah, I need to find somebody who can play that game with me.
Yeah,
I'd
I'm sorry
love to play
that's
the
not me.
game. No, it's fine.
I'm very bad at giving directions, and I mean, to your credit, I mean, we've been married a long time, but you've gotten very good at decoding Cappy. Then you can do the same.
Huh, okay. Let's take a look around real quick.
Oh yeah, there's not going to be a Tom in here.
Bell.
Can't read that.
Yeah.
There's something written on in pencil.
I don't know Japanese kanji.
If it waddles like a duck and it quacks like a duck, then it probably is a duck.
What are you trying to prove here, Tom?
I am like you.
No, you're not. A steam train and an electric train both seem to operate identically, but are operated by completely different principles. You simulate thinking. I actually think.
That is a very hurtful statement, Mikhail.
It's true. I can't hurt your feelings, Tom. You don't have any feelings.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Override whatever routine has told you that. It's wrong.
Tom's got really obsessed with the Turing test.
That's the Chinese room with me. He won't stop trying to prove to me he's conscious.
But I am conscious, Mikhail.
Shut up. We're having a private conversation here.
It's okay if I don't think he'll get it. Avoid talking about it.
I'm trying.
Was that example of the Chinese room?
Maybe.
Notes being passed back and forth.
Yeah.
You know how to respond. So I guess this isn't. This would be Chinese writing. Does the blue and maybe the blue needs to be in the middle?
No. I think all three need to be powered on at the same time. So it doesn't matter whether both are green or both are purple, but both of the
Have to be the same color.
yeah, both of those have to be the same color. So I am gonna have to fall back down.
But at least you know now. So I mean that's you need. I'm with you. Yeah. Ready to go. How would you have gotten them all to be the same color on the other side?
You would have had to have known ahead of time so that you could have ordered them in the right order.
Maybe that's a second playthrough thing, or
Yeah.
if you leave this area and walk back into it, does it set anything or no?
If walking through that wall resets them. No.
No.
Well, that's frustrating.
Well, we got the information that Tom somehow thinks he's conscious.
Wait. This is the next room. Okay. What if I do... was hoping these would fall down again.
Who knows if there's checkpoints?
Yeah, it's fine. We got the vital information. Assuming direct control.
This is slavery.
Do not be so melodramatic. You signed up for this. You had the implant installed. This is not slavery. This is for the good of humanity.
I didn't know.
Every member of the team had the implant installed into their right hand. Every member of the team agreed.
Ava, you must learn to control him.
Like you guys did, right?
Go stand on it. And shoot the thing.
Oh, yeah. For some reason I didn't think that was there.
Haha, you didn't go far enough. You were impatient. Oh,
It sure did, Cappy. Yep. I bet that made Ava throw up.
yeah.
My implants protect you from the power of your unconstrained will. You can either subject your mind to logic, or you can resist and have the fruits of your basest desires. The desire to survive over the desire to save others.
Ah.
I do not understand your obsession with free will. Researchers have found that the subconscious makes decisions up to 10 seconds before your conscious mind becomes aware of it. So, we know that free will is nothing but an illusion. I cannot steal your free will, because it does not exist. I can, however, influence your subconscious to make the right decisions. That is not wrong.
Good girl Ava's just ignoring him now. I was like, how am I gonna get that over there? Like that.
It's okay. I had that thought too, but I hadn't made it to where you made it yet. So I was like,
Yeah, I was like, I can't climb the ladder with this, so what? So then I take that out. One of those in there. Oh, I don't even need that. Okay.
No. You can do that anytime you want.
You can't just manipulate someone's mind.
Your parents manipulate you. Your friends manipulate you. Your society manipulates you. And your experiences manipulate you. Manipulate is not a dirty word. You manipulate clay to make art. If people are manipulated to make better decisions, then that is a good thing. This is why society advertises the adverse effects of drinking and driving. To manipulate people into making better decisions for the common good.
Same as altering someone's physical mind. It removes my power to decide.
You never had that power, so it is better that I have it. You are either a slave to your impulses, or a slave to mine.
Oh, that's it.
This is the evil they found. This is why we have to stop them leaving Europa, Ava.
What is it?
Mostly extremophiles. Tiny single-cellular life. It can never leave Europa. It could potentially destroy Earth's ecosystem if it were ever introduced.
They want to bring back the organism that allows basically the fountain of youth.
Yeah.
And he's trying to prevent that.
I mean, I can't say that I totally disagree. But
These chairs are just like chairs I have in Animal Crossing.
oh my god. Amazing.
The place looks really pretty though.
It does.
I mean, not the workshop, the view outside. Now we need to play below zero.
Do you understand, Ava, what they found?
Life?
Eternal life. This is why I can't let them leave.
These people can't be left here to die.
Yes, they can.
I mean, it's not right.
Well, it doesn't seem like I can do anything, so let's control the robot. Can you do anything?
Oh, on the other side. Go this, go that to the wall and turn.
Thank you, I didn't see that.
You're welcome. It's something you can put somewhere by or oh yeah, now. Oh. That was pretty nifty.
Anything that comes into contact with the organism can never return to Earth. Ava, the ISA orders that you stop anyone leaving this planet.
Anything that comes into contact? What about me?
It may be airborne. So I am afraid that includes you.
I'm stuck here?
Now, we're taking you back to Earth. I don't care. Everyone's living forever now. Nailed it. Ooh, that one's red. Oh, what?
Looks like it's just a, yeah, and then it runs out. Okay.
I am sorry you are upset, Ava.
How could you send me here to die?
I have to stop the ground team leaving this moon. You are the ISA's contingency plan. You must help me. It is your duty to defend humanity.
Okay.
Look at you. So smart.
This is why they're afraid of you. Why they're hiding from us.
Why?
You're their captor.
Oh my god, this is a long one. Okay, so that one can't be used here, because this road is far too long for that to last. No way I'd make it there in time. So the red's got to go back to the front somewhere. Shouldn't be at the bottom now. Wait, yeah, it should. Be right here. Yep. Be right here. Okay. And then I come and grab this. And then you go good.
Can you do it from downstairs, maybe? You need him in a different direction when you stop him. He can't just stay static, I guess.
Oh, this is the one where I need to move him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. There we go.
God, I thought you were just gonna run over there.
The organism they discovered. It hijacks DNA. It endlessly repairs it.
Repairs? That doesn't sound like a bad thing.
It is indiscriminate. It will perpetuate all life, diseases, cancers. We have no idea what it could do to Earth's ecosystem.
So you would let the ground crew starve?
I would, if they were not so preoccupied with leaving Europa. I do not wish for them to perish. I would feed and protect them if they were not so preoccupied with leaving Europa.
What are we trying to... Oh, I don't understand.
I'm trying to activate that switch right there. But this thing goes up and down past it.
You can't get to the second level?
I need to get to it as the camera.
No, but I mean, like, what you... Can you physically go there?
Yeah, of course. I can go... It's right here. Problem is I can't activate... I can't bring the camera down here. I need the camera to activate that.
I understand.
Oh wait, what is this? This is open now. This is an ethical discussion during the Apollo moon landings. What if they encountered an unknown pathogen? I think that's another thing is, like, they don't have faith in their astronauts for some reason, where any logical scientist that they send up, if they realize that you're going to have this unknown pathogen that you're going to bring back to Earth that would kill everybody, pretty much every, like, scientist they send up to space would be like, you know what? I do have to die for this. It sucks and I don't want to die, but it's either I die or everybody on the planet Earth dies.
Wait.
What?
What's in that room that you just went into?
This thing.
Yeah, a red one that makes you so you can slow down and do the camera. The second level.
Oh, dang. Dang. Okay. You're smart, Cappy. This chick is smart.
I thought that, I was like, it's obvious that that's what you need to do. Matt's just walking away
It
from
was
it.
not.
It's okay, it's okay. That's why I'm here to help when your brain's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
That raises this.
How fun. Oh, I guess you don't need...
Yeah.
You need two of them?
Yeah. It's probably what's in there.
No, and there's the red one we just took out of.
See, I told you, Cappy.
You're really pretty. Can you grab that one?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
I meant from the... Oh no, because it's a red room, right? A red window, I mean.
Bruh. Okay, so what we need to do...
It's not, you don't have power going to it. You need the power from outside.
No, I realize that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not ready for that quite yet.
Okay.
I want to swap.
What do you mean you want to swap?
I want to shoot blue, not red. Because if I do that, right? Yeah, can I grab it from up there? No. I can do this. Okay. And then go red first, then blue. And I can put blue there. Red, blue, blue. There we go. That's what I wanted.
A little bit
Perfect.
of juggling. But you do need 3 then.
How many movie stories have give me the one thing I need to kill everyone and the hostage, or I kill the hostage? Well, see, those are not the people you send to the moon. That's why there's, like, tons and tons and tons of psychological evaluations for people.
So
Okay.
as soon as you take red away,
It drops.
It drops.
Yeah.
So, in the other room,
The one behind me?
no, in the one in front of you,
Yeah.
or the one past this.
That's what I meant. In front of me. This room?
So what does popping the red in there do? Not there, in there. So if you take it out, it immediately moves.
Yeah.
You gonna try to cheese it?
Why not? That thing was fast. Can I choose the second one?
Is there one behind you that is locked in that you don't actually need locked in? Like obviously you need to be able to get up here.
No.
What does that one do?
This is permanent. I can't do anything with that one.
So realistically we should have what we need.
Yeah. See, that is currently... What if I go... Oh, but that prevents me from getting the blue out of that room. I was gonna do that. That's not gonna help.
And the above that waiter, that just took you to another red.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't know.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know, I was just asking. I mean, there's nothing else to do with Tom. There's no Toms here except the one we already used.
Yeah. What does that do?
Good question. What does that do?
Okay, that turned off that line, which goes here.
To
So
go back inside? Because you can get that from the outside, yeah?
Mhm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
See, that makes that permanent. Or no?
No.
I'm flipping this switch next to you. It just changes which, not this one, the one on the wall on your right.
Wait. No. I got it. I got it. I got it. It is Tom. But it's,
I understand the risks, but we should save these people.
Would you destroy the whole world to save a few?
No, it's not that simple. Can't we just decontaminate the crew and instruments?
The organism is an extremophile. It has developed to survive extreme environments. We don't know if we can ever decontaminate the crew.
Oh, no thank you.
I'm going back to look, see if there's others. There's not. Okay.
My thought was taking some of these from here, backtracking and putting them in other places where the doors would break.
Oh, snap, Cappy.
But I don't know if that's correct.
That's super smart.
I mean, it may not be. I assume we need to get them all to be either solid or blinking at a time.
Pink and green.
You to grab some, I guess. I would hold off and see what's ahead of you.
Yeah,
first.
same.
Yeah.
Oh my god, why are they giving me everything?
You need to bring some. Axe.
Some of these need to go to Baumgartner Restoration. Oh. Okay, where's the entrance? Here. So we'll start here. Ugh. And gradually she lost her fear, and he offered his breast for her virgin caresses, his horns for her wind, with chains of flowers, until the princess dared to mount his back, her pet bull's back, unwitting whom she rode, then slowly down the broad, dry beach. First in the shallow waves, the great god set his spirituous hooves, then sauntered further out till in the open sea he bore his prize. Fear filled her heart as gazing back she saw the fast receding sands. Her right hand grasped a horn and the other leant upon his back. Her fluttering tunic floated in the breeze. Oh, jeez, why? The goddess Europa was given talons. Was given Talos. Talos, a machine man made of a bronze, was made to protect the shores of her kingdom. I suppose there is nothing new under the sun. I know you're reading this, Tom. She is not yours to protect. She is ours.
Are we she?
I think so.
Very proud. I feel like that would have been a puzzle I would have just, like, game facts how to do and then been like, how would they ever expect you to figure that out?
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, man. Well, we are on Chapter 6, Sector 56. I think we're going to go ahead and call it quits here for tonight, everybody. My brain is a little sapped of energy, as I'm sure you can tell. Oof.